Hello there, beautiful Taurus. So welcome and welcome, Taurus cross watchers. I'm hoping all is well and good with you. Happy to have you here. All right, friends, this is going to be an interesting reading. So let's just jump right in and let's see what's going on with you and your person and what's next for you and the person that's on your mind at this time. All right, I'll read for the both of you in all the decks, and I'll use a separate tarot decks for the both of you. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and essentially this will be an energy reading for where everything is at and where things are headed. Okay, if you enjoy tarot, all right, yes, okay, subscribe, like the video, and I sincerely thank you for your support. Okay, so I feel like this one fell out first. So we are in a where somebody's not, like, we have a situation right now where we don't know what we want to do next, what to do next, or what should be done. Like, we are trying to take a path that's going to work, and it feels like one of them, can lead to transformation, and another one could lead to healing. Okay, transformation if something ends, healing if something gets worked on. Okay, and now we have Healer of the Ages, which I literally did not even look at it yet. I was still talking about this when I opened the so yeah, we definitely have a path here for healing for the situation that you two are in towards one another. Okay, it just feels like something needs, like, some things may have kind of gone ignored, unnoticed, not like watering the plant, not feeding the, feeding the energy, the relationship, as things have just kind of dried out. Okay, so like it's just like where are we? Is this what is it right now? Where are we? What do we want? All right, but it feels like there could have been, for some of you, there could have been like a big lesson behind this current, like, present time. And the lesson comes from perhaps not paying attention, not in a negative way, but like there were warning signs, or there could have been areas where opportunities presented themselves to change course for some reason in any direction, with or without the relationship. And perhaps we kind of kept going against our own thoughts or intuition or inner guidance. Okay, so again, it's not a judgment, it's more of a, things are here now. So the Healer of the Ages is kind of here to get you over your challenges. All right, you might be feeling like you're going through some things alone. Okay, and there's going to be opportunity for something to grow. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, and look, we have the Magician and the Mirror. And for me, I'm not going to read this like it's a tarot card. I feel like the Magician and the Mirror is just kind of like just being able to achieve the things that need to be achieved, okay, through action versus challenging, like imposing, because there's room for success. Something here, there's room for something to succeed, but it just feels like there's a fire and ice energy right now. Okay, so maybe the both of you are standing your ground on a specific situation or a topic or matter, and it's bringing a lot of awareness here and enlightenment to what the outcomes can be. Like, essentially, are we going to be able to heal something? Are we going to have to go through something? So that energy is coming through. Okay, so let's pull one more and I'll do the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so a lot of opportunities here, strategies coming through. We just something needs planning. I feel like, if for example, like I said here, if the decision is to go alone, for example, you'll be able to be successful and transform. There could be transformation in a different path of healing. Okay, and it's essentially, manifesting your path forward and having a lot of opportunities. If we take the position of healing the relationship, the situation coming together at some point, if things are right now, all right, there's going to be a lot of opportunities here to do the right thing this time. Okay, but I feel like this time it's going to require kind of a different approach. Okay, so I feel like for some of you here, in terms of like actual feelings, all right, that there's a sense of stability, like I said, that maybe something has been taken for granted. Okay, so now we need to kind of resurrect something. We need to reignite something, or just kind of heal from it. Okay, or walk away from it. All right, so let's see what else is here. What else is here for my beautiful Taurus? Man, I hope 2025 has been treating you all great so far. Things have been coming your way. All the blessings of the universe. Opportunities opening up for you, like for real, you know, outside of relationships. Hoping everything goes well for y'all, okay? So let's see what else is here energetically for the two of you. All right. I'm just gonna keep going with this until I feel like I'm gonna stop. So just kind of like give you heads up with this deck. So yeah, we have somebody here that's definitely in a space. The feminine energy, okay, is in a place where they are definitely a romantic the romantic what's the word, not partnership, they don't just kind of like want to have a relationship. They're like a very like they're into the romance of things, okay? And so it feels like romantically there's somebody that's attached here, and that's the female energy. And it's not like a negative. Again, I don't try to read negative. I'll leave it for the tarot. But no, seriously. It just feels like energetically that there's a desire for peace, and also there could be a desire to also kind of get through some hard times together. Okay, something here. This is the energy that really is connected to you, or is connected to the other person, even romantically, like and on a very highly romantic level. Okay, so like, I'm not talking about you two separately right now. I'm talking about the both of you. Oh my gosh! Wow. So here we go. Okay. Um. Wow. So we have a male and female energy. What a beautiful reading here. Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like absolutely here the male energy is very experienced in relationships. All right, and so for a lot of you, this person could be an older person. And they could even be like a parent, or just like really profession wise, they're like, you know, in a leadership space or something. They carry themselves in a very good way, essentially speaking, and so is the female energy. And I feel like essentially here it's just about, again, making a decision. Do we want to fix this, or do we not want to fix this? And what action do we want to take, but we have not decided yet. All right, so I just feel that their romantic essence is still here, even though there could be some, again, bumps along the way right now, or there could be something that's on pause for some of you. Okay, so yeah, and I feel okay. So what I see here's the thing with poverty. For me, it feels like the love has been like struggling. It's been empty. The love bank has been empty. The emotions have run dry. Somebody here, if it could be anything, over committing to something else. There could be another energy pulling in, or there could be, like, for example, a third party in the realms of like work and availability, depending on what this person does, you know, something like that. But the poverty here, I feel like that's coming to an end, because we have the healer of the ages is coming through. So the poverty, not feeling loved, or not feeling like there's an ending to that. So whether it's the lone path forward, or it's the way of connecting and healing, you're not that we're not going to feel that aspect being so empty and so dry and so malnourished. Okay, so look, we have a message coming in. All right. We have despair. Okay, so I feel like this relationship that I'm talking about right now is one where it's not, somebody's not giving up. Okay, somebody wants to work something out. So there's a desire to not feel abandoned, to get over the challenges, to be successful at something, and to reunite. Okay, this is somebody that I feel like perhaps, you know, their loyalty was questioned, and this is the person that wants to make it right. And I feel like they want to reach out, and I think they want to just talk about something. All right, they want to connect to you somehow. It could be in any form, of course, but I feel like it's going to have a meaningful, like, what they want to say is something very important. All right, so for example, before you make a final decision, and for example, and get on that plane, you know, give this one more chance, or before you move out, you know, something like that. It could be in any context as it applies to your, you know, life. But there's somebody here that's really wanting, it's almost like they want something, um like they want some, like a miracle. Okay, like it's like they're literally like there's a sense of despair of the total loss of this relationship. Somebody doesn't want it completely gone or ending. And if it's ended and you're like, oh hey, this is something that's ended, well, it just feels like things may have ended where this person did not want things to end. Okay, So, and then look, we have occupation. Yeah, you know, I feel like somebody's trying to stay busy here, you know, perhaps kind of staying focused on work or life or something right now, trying working hard towards something, towards building, towards restoring. Somebody here has goals. Okay, we have goals, and we have a message of concern. So I do really feel like somebody is strategizing. Like we have message, okay, and like we have the oh, I forget what this is called. The feather. It's not called the feather, but you know what I'm. Oh, anyways, we have the journal and the log. We have a message of concern, and so I feel like somebody here, somebody's going to be want to check in on the other person, or there could be just a situation here where through work, if you encounter each other at work or something like that, you know, somebody's gonna, you know, reach out and you know, poke, like somebody's gonna try something here, but it's all, it feels like energetically right now everything is coming in for the right reasons, like for the positive reasons towards, you know, like manifesting the right thing, connecting the right thing, putting out the fires, cooling off the storm, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like somebody's very concerned here. I feel like somebody doesn't want to be alone, and um you know, and this person that's going to reach out or send a message, it's going to come through again in a way where I feel like it's going to feel like there's value, like you know, it's like a step. Okay, so like there's a step here that's being taken in the right direction for the both of you right now. Okay, so this is really, really good here. All right, so let's see, which deck do I want to use next? All right, why not? Let's see what else is here. What else is here for Taurus and the Cross Watcher? All right, what is going on with the two of you? What else do we need to know? Oh my gosh, my hands are freaking freezing, you guys. Okay, so yeah, we do have some, you know, clashing here. There's been some sort of conflict that we kind of need to, you know, work through and work out here. This is something that again needs to be addressed. It's not just like, oh hey, if it hasn't been addressed, it needs to. All right, something here, somebody in energy was very dishonest, or perhaps there was some trickery here. And I said, oh, I'm not going to read this as a magician, but hey, guess what? Elusive, magician, okay, so tricks, okay, so tricks could be played, or just kind of taking something for like a ride, like a not as meaningful or not as committed as it may have felt. Like I said earlier in the very beginning, how things were coming through for the both of you. Right now, we're kind of dealing with some sort of a karma rebalancing. Okay, so we are in the cause and effect of things. Okay, but it just feels like for some of you, destiny's calling. Okay, we have opportunities. Some of you, it could just feel, for example, it's an opportunity, or for you or them, to go through a different door. All right, and pursue their destiny or your destiny, or together. Okay, again, like the desire here to have something come through in a way that can heal is more on the scale. It's on the higher, you know, for me intuitively, it's more on what's desired for your relationship versus like running the other way. Okay, but we do have boundaries. Okay, so it does feel like for some of you, you know, it's important to kind of have like established, like, you know, boundaries and occupation. Like I said, if things are kind of a little rough, maybe kind of watching out how it plays out at work, or something along the lines where, you know, if it's affecting your life work balance or theirs, you know, we need, I feel it just feels like it's connecting a little bit to work. It doesn't have to be, but we have boundaries also with opportunities. So when one door is shut, it feels like another can have, you know, the opportunity to be taken. But I feel like the message here is, if we have elusiveness and clashing and some form of trickery, boundaries is going to be just naturally important. Just because, you know, to preserve, like to protect the self. Okay, so it's like we can't go in blind every time. All right, so we have a lot of possibilities here working through. Okay, some of you, there's a, you know, you're a free spirited person, so that might be them. Some of you, you know, taking a risk, maybe where it's gonna go, like, you know, you know, but I feel like again, taking a risk here could be like a, you know, along the lines of like, hey, maybe your friends, your family, somebody, you know, maybe the relationship, maybe people are like against another chance, for example, for either your well-being or theirs or something like that. But again, energetically for the both of you, it feels like it's worth the risk if there's a reconnection, or if there's a direction where, you know, we can go towards healing the relationship. It feels like there's a desire for that. All right, so it doesn't necessarily feel like a full strategy is in place, but it does feel like, you know, it's being like, it's kind of like playing with time, and just maybe there's a cool off period, and the period is still like there's 10% left before like an action can be taken, but it's coming. Okay. um Let me see here. Sure. You know, the beautiful thing, Taurus, is you're the first reading, so I am actually picking cards in the order. You're like, I didn't plan any of this, but you're the template here, so hopefully, you know, this reading is enjoyable for you so far. All right, I'm not trying to rush through the reading. I just want to give you information and messages of insight. So yep, let's see what else is here, and then we'll go to tarot right after this. Okay, but let's see what your romance angels have for you two here. So we do have a something karmically playing out here. So we are dealing with a past life connection that, you know, you've known each other before through some sort of a spiritual experience, journey, twin flame, soulmate. Okay, soulmate, soul tie. Okay, so something, again, if like I said earlier, it just feels like it's easy to kind of maybe go alone, but it's also way easier to restore, right? So it just feels like there isn't like a desire to completely be gone. Okay, so to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine here. So, you know, I feel like basically the message here is, if we have boundaries and if we have things established or something like that, it's okay to feel like, you know, you can be yourself. All right. It's like, I feel like, you know, whether there's a lot of pain or anguish right now, or just kind of heartbreak or uncertainties, you know, just kind of like, don't lose your inner child is really what I'm getting here. And codependency addictions are affecting your romantic life. So take this as it resonates. I can think of many things that could be addicting, but I feel like the codependencies here, for me, for you two, it's more about you both need each other in your lives. All right, so it's almost like you're each other's addiction, but it's also like you guys are each other's like polar opposites. Like you drive each other mad. I wonder if you have Gemini anywhere in your charts or something like that. All right, so. And then, okay, so yeah, see what I'm saying? So we do have a soulmate experience here playing out. Yes, this is your soulmate. I feel like, you know, this is something that we're not done with. Okay, it's like a saga. It's like a current saga. All right, I don't know where I want to put this. So let me see if I can just shift it here and you can still see it. Yeah. All right. So, beautiful Taurus, we are gonna jump into the tarot. And so this is going to represent you, and this is going to represent them. Okay, now listen to this. This is a fact. Okay, I'm reading for you, I'm reading for them. Cool, no problem, no big deal. Here's the thing, sometimes literally you'll be like, that's not me, that's me, and that's not them, that's them. There's a reason for that. Sort it out. Okay, my intentions is these are for you, and I tell you why I say this. I say this because when I used to watch, well, I still do, but when I obviously had favorite tarot reader channels like for 5, 6, 7 years, right? And sometimes this girl, she is amazing. She'll be reading, and I'm like, that's me, and she'll be laughing at what that person is doing, because like that person's like being silly or whatever. And I'll be like, oh my God, that's me. And I'll get like so frustrated. I'm like, how? No, no. And so I would feel like kind of like a little like jilted, like, oh my God, you know, how am I coming through as this person when, you know, what about me? But that's what I'm saying. When you're connected to somebody, sometimes the overlap is going to happen. Okay. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's not an excuse or nothing like that. All right. So just kind of keep that in mind. Let's see here. It's going to show up for the both of you. So I'll pull all your cards and all their cards, and then I'll dive in. All right, that way we're not I'm not talking over and each card and kind of getting distracted. I'll pull them all through. Okay, in the meantime, All right. If you'd like to let me know how you're doing or what's going on with you, feel free. If you have any questions for me or about the channel, feel free to ask in the comments below. All right. This is meant to be a safe space for everybody. So if you're sharing insights or support, be supportive of one another. And also, I respect your safety, so I always read the comments before I release them because I am not here to cause anybody any problems. I want this channel to be like a comfortable place that everybody can come to. All right, so let's go ahead and pull some cards for them here. All right, so if there's anything you'd like to see on this channel, because I am still growing, feel free to ask, all right, or mention it, or also, I post on the community tab a lot. Like, I post to you guys a lot, but I don't think my stuff gets seen. So, I don't know. I'm still working out times with YouTube and their algorithm. I'm not sweating it, but just know that, I like to interact with you guys. So, if you ever see me popping in with some comments or anything like that, feel free to engage or let me know how you're doing, okay? So, we have Queen of Swords for them here. Bottom of the deck for you. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse, and these are the two cards I'm going to go ahead and start with, okay? Oh my goodness, let me go ahead and fix this. A little better, I think. All right. Okay, much better. All right. So, it's so interesting because we have the whole roaming wild here, and I was kind of moving around the cards, and it just kind of happens to fall on the side, and so we'll dive in. But here we are with the Ace of Cups. Okay, energetically speaking, I feel like you're a little disappointed right now. Okay, you're disappointed in your partner emotionally. There could be like a sense of feeling like a lack of fulfillment. Okay, and I feel like there might be a feeling like the connection emotionally has been disrupted. It hasn't been rewarding. It just hasn't as been rewarding as you were hoping or had hoped. In terms for things to improve. Okay, and like for them here with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, energetically, I feel like they're looking at this relationship with a clearer perspective right now. Okay, but they're also kind of acting a little detached, like mentally. They could be overthinking, like using logic over emotion, and they're trying to protect themselves emotionally, so to speak. There could be another woman involved in the equation, and that's kind of like where things are. So they're trying to right their wrongs or trying to fix something. And that relationship of that female energy could be anything. It could be a romantic person. It could be like somebody in their life, like a friend, a colleague, could be anything. But in the sense of the relationship, they've kind of played a role. They could have tried to sabotage the connection, put things in a very distressful place for some of you. But this is somebody that is being that is going to be like they're brutally honest energy, and I feel like they want to bring that brutal honesty into a conversation here with you. All right, so it feels like again like there could be some blockages, like I was saying with um disappointment. Okay, but this is somebody that right now they're kind of like they're like I said up here, we have the cold and the warm. They could be the one on the freezing cold side of things, okay, and you're more on the passionate side of things. And interestingly, we also have the magician that ended up showing up anyway. So but yeah, there could be again this current situation, the phase I'm entering this reading, it feels like there's it could be in a phase of recovery, okay, or from past issues here, or currently like facing emotional disconnection at this time. So feels like a relationship is a little bit of in limbo, and the emotional flow and vibe and synchronicity and all that is not free right. It's not flowing right now. It's just kind of like in a state of flux. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna try to read this way, but if I forget or something, don't worry about it. I'll catch up. All right. So you have three reversals up here for you. Just want to point that out. And let's get going with those cards, I guess. The the Seven of Wands for you is showing up in the reverse. I feel like, for a lot of you, you have some concerns about maybe not being able to defend or maintain your position in the relationship. There could be some doubts, okay? Like you might be feeling like less confident here, like how to handle things or which direction to go, okay? Again, you could be dealing with the conflict and also external pressures. Remember, I was talking about that earlier. It could be influences here, that, they're like, caution, caution, caution. I mean, just for, again, for your better good. And so there's just some things here that you might be feeling like you're going against and you're going against on your own right now. Okay. So things where you're not feeling like very, very kind of supported. They're coming through with the Page of Cups here. I feel like, they're being hopeful here for a new emotional experience here. I feel like they're seeking renewal here. They want to seek some sort of renewal in a relationship. And I feel like, there's something about their approach that's very innocent, or that's very kind of, it just eats at your heart. There's something about them that just still comes through as, like, I mean, they're still figuring out things in life, okay? So it's not an excuse for bad behavior or anything like that. But there's an aspect of them that just comes through as just, not immature, but still like learning or has a lot of room to grow, and they're just kind of need to ground themselves a little bit. The Ten of Swords to their Eight of Wands in the reverse. All right, so the Ten of Swords in the reverse for you. All right, so I do have a Gemini energy showing up here. Something ending, something ended very painfully. So maybe like a very painful betrayal, like kind of level of pain. It does feel like, feels like we're kind of trying to move away from this painful situation right now with them. Like, again, the desire to kind of, okay, so there's like a lot of work, obviously, okay, but so it does feel though that, there's the, it's more about the recovery now, okay? Like I said, like this reading is really coming through strongly with your angel healer of the ages here. Can't ignore. I think we're in the age of Aquarius anyway, so it just feels like there's a sense of recovery that's coming through, but there's still some lingering pain from the past, okay? Suggesting maybe a little bit that, while there's hope to heal something, there's healing is going to be a process. It's going to take time. It's something that you're very aware of, and that's why I feel like in the beginning, we don't know which direction to go. Not because we just there's a lot to take into consideration. Eight of Wands here for them. Okay, it is in the reverse. Okay, this is a Sagittarius energy. This is a card of action in the upright. But in the reverse, I feel like there could be some sort of a delay, or setback in communicating something, or perhaps really getting over their cold, like their cold. So that's why like their strategy here is coming through. All right. It does feel like this person is just uncertain, all right, which direction to take right now. I do feel like there's a sense of frustration, okay, within themselves to move forward emotionally. They're disconnected right now from people connect emotionally, or they're not like in their passionate zone right now. So there's whatever, the consequences is playing out, like we're talking about, okay? So the Eight of Pentacles for you here. I believe that's a Virgo energy, okay? We've put a lot of hard work in the past. Again, lots of eights coming through, lots of action-oriented cards, but a lot of them are showing like a little bit of a disruption, okay? You might be coming through a little unmotivated right now, not feeling like your best self, okay? It does feel like you could be dealing with the challenges of like the commitment and the amount of effort. Again, dissatisfaction, disappointment. You're a little dissatisfied with how much work you've put into this relationship, and it has been more like on your like one-sided, okay, like maybe they didn't put in as much. All right, and I feel like that's playing a role here in the challenges for you with this energy overall. All right, I mean, for them here we have the Six of Pentacles, okay. In terms of their challenges, I feel like they struggle balancing things, and I feel like in the past maybe they've been very playful, and the codependency on each other here is playing a role, but we also feel like we're breadcrumbing our way through. We're not necessarily, there's no balance in the relationship, okay? So I feel like maybe this is somebody that is, you know, it's kind of like looking at like the balance, like I feel like they struggle, their challenge is to balance the relationship. So like if you give, they don't like match it. So like I said earlier, you know, we have like a different kind of a shift in how we're feeling towards things, okay? But again, it does feel like more dealing more with the soulmate energy. Energetically, I don't feel like they're disconnected from you. It does feel like the desire to kind of work on something is there, but it may not be full-time work. It may not be full-time effort. Okay, so you have the Seven of Pentacles, 6, 7. It's like you see your connections here. All right, and they have the Nine of Wands. So with the Seven of Pentacles, this is a Taurus energy. Okay, so you know, again, you're looking at your investments. Look at all the hard work you've put into this. You're so disappointed. You're not fulfilled emotionally. There's just blockages. Okay, so like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, things the well dried out without any, like you just kept giving, but you weren't receiving. All right, and you've put so much time and effort, and you know, you've gone through all the motions with this person. All right, you've gone through all the motions, okay? And I feel like you're looking for some sort of like patience here, so that, you know, you want to see things kind of improve. Okay, fine. See the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's a desire here to improve from something. All right, but there was too much dishonesty and trickery with that Seven of Swords. Okay, but we're on the healing side of things again. However, we're still kind of, somebody's trying to work by clearing their conscience. Okay, so somebody could be also escaping, not wanting to be honest about why things dried out. Maybe they don't want to, you know, maybe, you know, again, some people could have like a literal, what do you call it? Like, not a midlife, it's like a midlife crisis, but not a midlife crisis. So some people, I don't know, just, I don't know. And I feel like this is somebody that really, um, you know, kind of messed it up. Okay, so we have this energy here coming through for you in that sense. That's what you're dealing with. But I feel like on the good side of things, this person, even though they left, or they made a break for it, or something happened unfairly, it's about looking at the investments for yourself. You know, you're looking at things for your own well-being and benefit anyway right now, which I feel like this is really, really good, okay? Because I feel like, you know, at the same time here, it's not, like I said, we need to have boundaries, right? So you need to have, or I feel like you want, I feel like you want them to actually know that, you know, they need to acknowledge all the effort that you've put into this relationship, okay, and everything that you've done for the future of this relationship. So it's not like a get out of jail free card here. You want them to really understand the impact of things, okay? Now, in terms of what they want from you, or what they may want you to know, they have the Nine of Wands. All right. So this is a Sagittarius energy. I feel like this is somebody that, you know, is on their last stand here. I feel like they understand that they're on their last stand with you, but they're also trying to use this last stand as a positive, okay? I feel like they're feeling a little defensive right now, okay? But they may have also gone through so much, that they're very, very, very cautious, okay? It feels like this is somebody that is very vulnerable when they're around you. They really kind of, you know, again, you guys fit, you know, it's a soul journey right now that you're going through. All right, but this is somebody here that's feeling that there could be some more challenges here, and I feel like the challenges is going to come through because we're going to have some boundaries, okay, this time around. All right, so the elusiveness, the trickery, it shows over and over and over and over again, okay? So with the Knight of Cups for you here in the reverse, all right, this is a Scorpio energy with some Libra elements to it. I feel like in terms of what to expect from them, there could still feel like emotionally immature, or maybe they're unable to, like they're not going to be able to fulfill promises, okay? I feel like this is somebody that, has like a fear of romantic commitments, okay? And maybe they just kind of in the past, they, you know, they have, it hasn't been heartfelt, okay, or followed through, which is kind of like why we're here, which is why we have the clashing. We have external energies butting their heads in, playing a role in all this, okay? So it's more like, you know, like I have room to heal with you here, buddy, but friend, or, you know, partner. But at the same time, you know, I can't like wait around forever. I can't, like, you know, it's like respect my life, okay? So that's what I'm getting. The Magician here, you know, in terms of what they can expect from you, I feel like they see you as someone with the potential to make things happen. You know, maybe expecting you even to initiate the changes, All right, so I don't know the message here or message of concern, who's going to overlap whom, but I feel like they really want you to take this step here because they're ready to engage in whatever it is that you kind of, as soon as you like open the door, I feel like they're going to jump on the opportunity and take it, and kind of reconnect and try to like work something out. But I feel like, they're also relying on you to bring the best solutions to the table. It's good that it's in the upright, but it's also in the reverse because remember, there's a delay. They're not acting on something. It's almost like they're saying, hey, reach me, talk to me. They want you to reach out. They want you to. All right, but I also feel like they want you to reach out because maybe you told them not to reach you. You know what I mean? So maybe they're actually respecting that. Okay, look at this beautiful. We have a King of Pentacles here for them. Okay, this is a Virgo energy, Leo traits, but we also have the Hierophant. You know who the Hierophant is? You, and you know who you are? Taurus, and you know where you're showing up in your reading. How awesome is that? Okay, so I feel like what's next for you. I feel like you're just going to be in a place where you're sticking to your traditional values. Okay, you're a very conventional person. You like structure, you like discipline in relationships. All right, and it could be working towards something more stable, something towards more committed, like seeking what it is that you want. All right, and maybe even getting guidance and insights from like established people, like people that mean something to you, like people like your best friends, or like, I don't know, a confidant, or even like your doctor or something. I don't know, your therapist, whoever it is that puts you in a good place in life. But the message here is you're in control. All right, you're in charge. All right, so you can conform so much, but look at all the work that you've put in. So how much of that? So I feel like for a lot of you, there's room to level up the relationship, but there's also room for you to level up your relationship style. All right, so in general, this has been like a very kind of a big experience here going on for you. Okay, so they're King of Pentacles. I mean, it is what it is. I feel like what's next for them, in general, I feel like this is somebody again that wants to move towards something more stable and secure, and they want to mature. They want to graduate from this page. They want to be the King of Pentacles. They're strategizing right now. They're thinkers. They're strong people. They want to have a practical approach to the relationship though, and I feel like for some of you it looks like the practical approach right now would be to kind of have a foundation because Taurus, your energy also shows up as an energy of, like I said, structure. So it doesn't just come structure as in how you live your life, but foundations, like putting foundations in things and everything that you do. Okay, so it's like you build from the ground up, and it doesn't matter if it takes like 3 years to put the next block, but it has to be the right block. They're sturdy. So, and I feel like they're thinking about that. I feel like they really do have a strong sense of loyalty to you though. So whatever it is has played out here. I feel like in the end there's room to kind of get things back on track. Okay, it just depends on what you're gonna decide. All right. This is a reading where I've gone over 35 minutes. So if you're still with me and you've enjoyed this, I really wanted to give you a meaningful reading. Like I said, it's an almost personal reading. I hope you got something out of that. I am going to pull some just like, what is it called? I forget what the card is called now. But we're going to pull a spirit animal for you to close out this reading. If you want to let me know you stayed with me till the end and you supported my channel all the ways by subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, doing all the good things for me, let me know in the comments. Or you can just go ahead and type the word beaver. Your message is balance. Okay, so you can type beaver, you can type balance. All right, claim this reading. Your message is you are being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance between work, play, family, and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. All right, well, Taurus, I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.